Fermenting in a small New York town.
Our Sophia Thomas joins us live in the newsroom with the Vermont company at the center of it all. Sophia, who are we talking about?
Alyssa and John, Vermont whiskey distillery Whistlepig is in hot water in New York's North Country. Neighbors of Whistlepig's New York storage facility in Mineville say the spirit is whetting the appetite of more than just drinkers.
So you went over all of this by hand?
Yes.
A few years ago, Joe Nephew says he noticed a dark plant creeping onto his Mineville, New York property. It bloomed on his house and car. Nephew, who suffers from unrelated COPD and laryngectomy impacts, had to clean it himself.
I had to actually literally get up on a stepladder. I watched the whole house by hand. That's the only way it would come off.
State testing confirmed the plant growing throughout Nephew's Grover Hills neighborhood is whiskey fungus. The funky fungi feeds off airborne ethanol vapors. Nephew immediately thought of the nearby storage facility, Mariah Ventures. It's just minutes from Nephew's home and houses hordes of barrels of whiskey from Vermont's Whistlepig distillery. It's been there since 2017, and Nephew worries it's feeding the fungus and could pose health problems.
It was growing on houses and on my car. We're breathing it.
Experts say whiskey fungus is relatively understudied, but hasn't been tied to any health risks.
I'm not saying it's risk-free. There's more studies to be done, but there doesn't seem to be any good indication of a true risk to humans outside of the nuisance factor.
The New York Department of Environmental Conservation says Mineville has the state's only reported whiskey fungus. To address local concerns, New York DEC told WCAX, quote, DEC is taking residents' concerns seriously and is in ongoing communication with Whistlepig on the requirements for a corrective action plan to address the environmental impact of the facility's ethanol emissions. Whistlepig declined our request for comment, but per the state's request for corrective action, Whistlepig agreed to free power washing for residents within a 960-yard radius of the storage facility. But there's a catch. Locals who didn't want to be named said they must sign away their rights to legal action against Whistlepig to receive power washing. Whistlepig washed Nephew's house this summer. He's grateful, but wants more reassurance that the fungus won't harm his neighbors in the future.
It can't hurt me. The harm's already been done. There's a lot of young kids and young couples here.
Vermont Department of Environmental Conservation says they haven't received any complaints of whiskey fungus in Vermont. Live in the newsroom, Sophia Thomas, Channel 3 This Morning.